Sight unseen with only conversation to find the one, the cast from Season 2 reflects their experience on Love is Blind, putting love through the ultimate test with this social experiment. Game Shakeup. Skipping the small task, Shake was ready for confrontation during the Season 2 finale. With a lot on his mind, taking the backlash in stride, Shake revealed his inability to feel sorry. Majority rule, the entire cast and crew all agreed on one thing: they could not stand Shake. Jarrett accused Shake of using the show for the wrong reasons. Regarding Shake's toxic habits and high expectations towards his ideal wife and the pressure he put on Deepti to fit his image.
Say the
Don't
facts.
start that.
I keep it
You've been
100,
the
bro.
fakest since we
I've always
started,
kept this completely 100.
Come on, dog. Don't do that. You're not. You came on here for all the wrong reasons, and you know that. And everybody can see through how shallow you are.
Smiling ear to ear, Shake loved watching his recap compilation of his offbeat questions while getting to know the girls throughout the social experiment. Since the reunion, Shake has come to identify with his villain persona, stating,
"Feel inclined to do is pretend I'm sad or sorry."
Deepti chose herself. Open and transparent, Deepti's intentions were clear throughout Season 2. Falling for Shake, they bonded over similar culture and background. But Shake's questionable comments and inconsistent feelings regarding his lack of physical attraction concerned Deepti. At the altar, Deepti said,
"I'm choosing myself, and I'm gonna say no."
Walking away from her dream traditional wedding, Shake continued the celebration of his rejection with an incredibly awkward party during the world's cringiest reception of all time. When asked about Deepti's inability to fit the role of Shake's attraction, she stated, "I don't have room in my life for anyone who doesn't see me the best way." She continued, "I knew what I had to do. No one should have doubts about me. I deserve the best." Deepti revealed her one regret throughout her experience on the show. "The only regret I have is not being more vulnerable. Regarding if Deepti was looking for love, I want to focus on myself and see if there's another path for me." Kyle's regret ignoring red flags. During the reunion, Kyle revealed his perspective on the failed relationship with Shayna. Shayna accused him of being manipulative by proposing with his mother's wedding ring.
It was a people-pleasing moment, and I should have never said yes to you.
Kyle was in disbelief by Shayna's claims against him. Kyle revealed his thoughts after watching the reunion. "I never gave it my all in previous relationships. I gave it all." Kyle admits he regrets proposing to Shayna. Kyle stated, "I don't have any feelings for her now. Now I'm single and dating." Shane's love triangle. Cut between Natalie and Shayna, Shane connected on two different levels. Shane liked Shayna's straightforward, flirty personality, while Natalie provided maturity and confidence. Suddenly, the unspoken battle to win Shane's affection began. Before solidifying their status as a couple, Kyle beat Shane to the punch and proposed to Shayna. Now, out of the picture, Shane decided to focus on Natalie. As the couple adjusted, their incompatibility began to surface. After the reunion, Shane was asked if he was done with Natalie. He revealed, "I am now. Officially, it's over." Happy mistake. Jarrett's marriage with Ayanna started off after he was denied from Mallory. Feeling like a second option, this was difficult for Ayanna to digest. Knowing Jarrett was the one from the start, able to overcome their obstacles, the couple decided to put forward a new chapter together. During the reunion, Jarrett's first choice, Mallory, became a topic of conversation. Their lingering interest ended with an inappropriate conversation after Jarrett's engagement with Ayanna. Witnessing this for the first time on the reunion, Ayanna confessed,
So that part was actually hurtful. Everything pre-proposal, it's like I completely understand. Everything after was extremely hurtful for me to watch.
Jarrett displayed remorse for his wife, stating,
Having that conversation should have never happened, or I could have tailored it a different way. And I definitely want to apologize to you for, making you look crazy. I never want to do that ever again. And that conversation should have never happened.
With mistakes good and bad, the newlyweds are staying strong as a success story from S2. Love conquers all? When the connection between Kyle and Shayna began to heat up, the topic of religion came up. Kyle was an atheist, unshakable. Shayna was a Christian. This was a red flag for both. For Shayna, though, this was a deal breaker. Despite this, they left together, but their vacation was cut short when Shayna unexpectedly left Kyle overnight. During the reunion, Shayna revealed her thought process. Shayna revealed her thoughts on being unfairly portrayed on the show. "I think things were taken out of context. People's opinions were already made." Experiment gone wrong. Salvador fell hard for Mallory. He confessed his vulnerability, he was ready for their future. But over time, his heart became more vulnerable to the rejection and suspicion with Mallory's intentions. Concluding the whirlwind romance, Mallory said,
We're very different. I think in the way that we really communicated or, operated disagreements because we just weren't
communicating necessarily the right way.
Sal fired back.
There were many times that I also just felt unheard in our arguments.
Regarding the conversation between Mallory and Jarrett, Sal confessed,
It was really uncomfortable. Guys, that was disrespectful, y'all. Either one of you could have stopped that conversation immediately.
Mallory tried to explain her side. That was a really hard situation at the end. That conversation definitely had to happen. Mallory continued to blame the alcohol, confessing too many shots was the reason behind her disloyal conversation. The fear of love, couples Nick and Danielle shared the same magnetic pull toward each other. Despite their genuine love for each other, the doubts interfered with their judgment. Ultimately, they both said, I do. After the show, Nick explained his reason behind the doubts. The pressure cooker you are put under, picking the person you're meant to spend your life with, conflicts would start to arise. Danielle stated, we've learned how to communicate better. My faults, I'm a fixer, I go into fix mode, Nick explained. To overcome future lingering uncertainties, the couple learned how to listen more and talk less. Danielle stated, now we just say, hey, I'm just venting to you, or hey, I'm coming for advice. Understanding what works best for them, the newlyweds continued, it's important for people to know this is an authentic relationship. The arguments are important because you learn from them. The fight that ended it all. Couple Natalie and Shane went from riding the love train to train wreck overnight. Literally. Initially, their differences attracted and balanced them as a couple. After deciding to tie the knot, Shane's insecurities began to surface, often seeking validation from Natalie. Natalie's inability to affirm Shane's uncertainty combined with her dry humor was often misunderstood. Off cameras, Shane and Natalie erupted into a huge blowout before the wedding day. Natalie revealed what sparked the fight, stating, I asked him if he had too much to drink, he got really angry with me. Shane was hopeful this argument would be a thing of the past, but Natalie chose to forgive and forget, leaving Shane and their issues all behind. The ex-lovers opened up during the reunion. Shane explained, it was an emotional reaction. I have to learn how to express it better. I need to react better. Fall hard and faster. The fairy tale cut short when Natalie walked away from Shane. She stated,
I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and it just affirms that I've made the right decision for myself.
Since the somber wedding day, Shane and Natalie opened up about their dramatic exit from each other. During the reunion, Shane continued to display his regret for all their communication issues. Natalie explained her side and reflected on their notorious fight. But when Natalie continued to validate her decision in breaking up entirely, Shane's old insecurities surfaced. Sick of Natalie's disapproval, he interrupted her, sharply saying, I'm trying to express remorse, but there was a reason I got to that point too. Unfortunately for Shane, the only validation in this situation was Natalie's decision to forget him. After the reunion, Natalie was candid during an interview when asked about the possibility of dating Shane again, stating, we continued the relationship after the wedding and realized we were very different people with different wants and needs we cannot fulfill within each other. Natalie continued to reveal we weren't ready for marriage. With season 2 wrapped up and season 3 rolling around the corner, we will be here to cover it all. Do you think Shane deserved another chance? Which couples were your favorite of S2? Let us know, comment down below, and subscribe to The Things Reality to follow all your favorite reality shows.